Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's your boy Marvin speaking. We're going to get straight into a video which I released a video on the July the 27th of this year, and it had some crucial information from a tarot card reader called Lianne, who received some information, messages, crucial information, which I believe now is more viable than what I did before. Have a listen, people, see what you think. So this is tarot card reader Lianne has received anonymous messages which ties into this case. If you want to watch the video, it is there basically in my videos, but it produced it on the July the 27th 2024.
Bring bag of money. So why would it be leaked between the cartel and Jay when it's in Lucy's chat? I'm not sure.
Possibly she could have shared it.
And again, I don't know where these came from or how they were sent to me, but Rachel Hardgraves is running the Find Jay Slater Facebook page, but is censoring it to protect Brad. The Tenerife police don't care about Jay, wanting to avoid exposing the...
Well, we knew that they wanted people to think Tenerife is safe and anybody could go there, and this was just a tragic accident. A lot of people were out now, and they're still obviously fuming because it's all a cover-up.
Criminal underworld. I've seen Lucy's manipulation. She is calculated and smart, having grown up around this lifestyle. Her dad is involved in... If he had it, Jay said he wanted to go home around 2:30 a.m. They checked the car.
Guys, we've really got to look at the times on this as well, because I think they're spot on. Jay wanted to go home around 2:30 a.m. I agree, they checked the car, couldn't find the bag, panicked, and the CCTV captured them between 3 and 4 a.m. Lucy called the boss about the missing bag at 4:50 a.m. The boss picked up Jay at Los Americanos and took him to the Airbnb at 5 a.m. Wow. 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 That could be it could be a possibility, but was it, I know it sounds sad, people, was it because they wanted to dismember him to sell his body parts? That's a possibility, because this person, don't forget, this came out before July the 27th.
Couldn't find the bag, panicked, and the CCTV captured them between 3:30 and 4 a.m.
Is that could have been when they were arguing on the beach and it went off from there?
Lucy called her boss about the missing bag at 4:50 a.m. The boss picked
Well, if Lucy was basically sent a message to her mum, they've got him or he's hurt or something like that, she was she was the one that basically caused him, where he could have gone in hiding or caught an earlier flight out of there, or had gone somewhere in hiding. Wow. I suppose just say he'd gone home, she would have been responsible and have had to pay that money out, so she had to basically throw him in the deep end.
Up Jay at Los Americanos and took him to an Airbnb at 5 a.m. Jay was seen walking fast by an old woman, Lucy's friend.
Book now for summer 2025 with EasyJet Holidays.
I don't know. To sell drugs in Tenerife at NRG Festival. They lost a bag of drugs, panicked, and Jay got taken. Lucy May, Debbie Duncan, Rachel, Brad Hargroves, and Zach Slater know everything and are trying to save face. The 30K owed...
I think we know Debbie knew a lot more than what she was telling, but I think she was told not to say anything. I'm thinking now, did Lucy actually tell Debbie everything? They say, look, he's held for ransom, we need to get this money up as soon as possible. But at that time, Debbie, maybe because there was so much going on, actually didn't believe it. But that threat she actually got to me the threat message that we've got your boy or something when she first got there, that really stands out to me. A lot of them think that they were, a lot of people think also that they were paid off not to say anything. That's a possibility, you never know. That's just a theory out there.
To the gang that has Jay is why the GoFundMe was created. Without explanation, Brad Hargreaves and his mom Rachel are also involved. Brad was drugged in at Creamfields to go to Tenerife with Lucy and Jay. No idea if there's an order to these. Again, these are I'm just reading them one at a time as they were sent to me. FaceTime call from Jay on Brad's phone as he left. And he left with 2 small kitchen knives as he didn't feel safe because he previously mentioned to us in Snapchat messages that he robbed an Oderman's Piguet watch and said he was going to sell it for 10,000 euros.
That's possibly true. The watch was mentioned. That's possibly true. He must have panicked. Stole a watch. But I'm actually thinking now, I don't know. I don't know whether this part is true, people. To be honest with you, because I just think the watch was a decoy, to be honest with you, off an elderly or gentleman to make some money back. He panicked. Wow.
We believe this is to pay off a drug debt. He said on Saturday night he had no money. Someone who Jay was with at the festival.
Yeah, but didn't his mum say she got his passport, money and other things? His money was at the hotel which she booked, his passport was there and other things. So I think that's contradicting itself. I don't know whether this person here is trying to go along with what Ayub said. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Let me know what you think, people, because this was a video end of July.
Will seem to have a big amount of cocaine. I thought we saw that one, but here it is again. I'm just scrolling through the email. I don't at 3 a.m. 3:12 a.m. I don't. Don't F around, Joa. You got yourself into this. You haven't got a choice either way. I don't know who this is from. And who this Don't F Around Joa is. People will find out what you did to him. Do not think it's smart threatening me on way now. People will find out what you did to him. Do not think it's smart threatening me. I don't know who they're talking to, who he's talking to here. This is a very interesting text.
Well, maybe the person who actually put this on to Lianne is being threatened for putting this out there, because this person's talking, and like I said, we know in Tenerife you can't do much talking.
This is a very interesting text. This message above from Lucy and ID that is Jay in his white car. See more. Okay, there's a picture of a car below here. I do see a picture of that's going to come up of somebody in the trunk of a car. Hey Debbie, I was on the flight to Tenerife with Jay, Lucy, and Brad. Became close with him. We started meeting them each night at the festival, and then on Saturday night, my mate, somebody and Jay, is that Lucy, and Jay tried to get cocaine, but Jay said, I don't know who's been scratched out. My mate looks like Lucy. I don't know what that first letter is, but this looks like a Y at the end. And Jay tried to get cocaine, but Jay said he literally had no money left. On Sunday night, Monday morning, me and my mate, again, I don't know who that is, went to Brad's hotel at 5 to 7 in the morning to chill. And on the way, me and Brad contacted Jay to let him know we were coming. He mentioned he was going to try and come back to Brad's to meet us there, and then we received a FaceTime from Jay on Brad's phone.
Here is the handheld tire pump.
This is unbelievable.
Tires.
Unbelievable.
The tire and press the switch.
Wow, what the heck? So Brad was in. Brad had a bruise on his eye you just saw. So was Brad kidnapped with Jay? I'm not sure. I've seen Lucy.
That's a possibility, because I think the mafia bosses had blamed Lucy, who was in charge of Brad and Brandon, because Lucy knows them. And I think Brad got away and was silenced not to say anything, and Jay took the rap for the bag.
This is manipulation. She's calculated and smart. Having grown up around this lifestyle, her dad is involved in the same activities.
This is why I said she just doesn't give a toss, and she's got no respect, heartless, should I say, for Jay. She just wants it to pass, and her getting on with her life, travelling over and doing it to somebody else.
Lucy knows what to do and say, but didn't expect to be in this deep. I believe Lucy wants Jay dead because of the media attention and to protect her gang. She thought she'd be seen as a victim, but it's backfired. Who is this guy? Just spoke to Al Zakatel on Snapchat FaceTime, and he's just told me he has nothing to do with the disappearance of Jay. He said he's been interviewed by the police, and it's been a very stressful day. He's saying it's his fault, but I don't know if it's his English. You just happen to be in the same area. Do you know Lucy? Yes, and this was my fault. Why?
People, there definitely is some credibility in some of the things that I've said. Yeah, I know it can be a bit confusing, but people who know the case, I think the times, which actually on set, Lianne has said, it definitely ties in what happened to him leaving the club to the club, but I'm not sure about whether I believe that message that Jay went to the Airbnb. Wow, I tell you what, she's well known, and she must be, no wonder she's gone to ground. It tells a lot, this story, it really, really does. How could you do that to your friend? That's just unbelievable. And you know, a young 19-year-old boy, she's very, very calculated.
Hi, tell us why it's your fault, dude. Why is it your fault? Wow, that's interesting. Interesting to find out. Is that the guy that was walking the bag? Is that the guy that was walking the bag?
Possibility.
Let's think intuitively here. Let's go down here. Since drug sales are significant from the local economy, exposing the gangs would impact tourism. I was friends with Lucy through secondary school until she got into trouble at 15. She tried to involve me, but I didn't get into it. At Mint Fest in May, she was selling drugs from a silver bag. Debbie is Jay's mom and knows what happened. Her panic is why she makes public appeals and talks about the GoFundMe. Lucy, May, and Jay discovered the missing bag at around 2 a.m. and asked Brad Hargreaves if he had it. Jay said he wanted to go home around 3:30 a.m. 2:30.
It makes you think why some people were saying Debbie, there were no real tears when Debbie was, obviously she was upset that her son, she said, was kidnapped, and that was true. She actually probably slipped that out. That was I do think that if people had known, just in a realist world, people, right, if people had known, I don't that Debbie knew that something happened to her son due to his own stupidity and getting involved with a gang. I do think that it was a setup as well. I do think that his past had something to do with what happened to him as well, and a lot of it was the attention on Tenerife and the mafia, and they had to get rid of him just in case he talked. Definitely true, but she knew a lot more, and I think it should have come out, because one thing about young people, they can't help but talking and put things out there, even friends of friends.
I think that's 2:30 a.m. because it looks different than the 3 here. That's a 2 and that's a 3. 2:30 a.m. Okay.
That looks like Ophelia's brother, who is known to be a clubber and go out there and I seriously think he is involved in a lot of dodgy things in Tenerife, because obviously he was the ex-mayor. If that isn't, but I'm sure it is.
Again, spending £250 max on a festival you're not enjoying with no one. His man known, not even dancing or enjoying himself, but constantly on his phone. Again, I don't know why everybody's so focused on this guy. I mean, it could be, this was a little concerning. Could this be him? Could this be him? I mean, where did this photo come from?
Whoever sent this was actually there. Whoever took a picture of if it could be Jay or even Brad, because they probably didn't know which one to take at the time. But Brad said he probably wouldn't talk, but it's very, very, very disturbing. Very disturbing. I think this person was actually there, or they were sent these by someone who was there. This is very, very odd. That's mad. That's absolutely crazy. It is concerning. It's very, very concerning. Very concerning. It looks like he's in the back of a van or the back of a car.
Somebody in the back seat of a car or trunk covered their face, message above from Lucy, and ID that is Jay, his in a white car. He's in a white car. Could this be him? I don't know. What do y'all think? Somebody's in the back seat. Look at that. If I zoom out, somebody's in the trunk of a car. There's a white van reported to have been found. I don't really.
There were early pictures that there were a car or two cars spotted near the Master Mountains, just off the road. But wasn't it there? I'm sure someone has said to me that those voters disappeared and there's only one of one or something like that. So that was actually some crucial, I think, timelines, which I think that really sort of blew this case right open, that we knew it was a little bit more sinister. So this video of mine from tarot card reader Lianne, she has a YouTube site. You can actually dig her out. She's absolutely brilliant. But I do think that this, what she says about the messages sent, have some credit. Not all, but I think some. The Airbnb, could he have went there? Yes, there's a possibility. Do I think he went there? I don't know. But the other messages are quite credible. I think it was possibly someone that was actually there that actually was stupid enough to send these pictures to somebody else, who then sent them on to Leon. But it's very, 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 very strange, because don't forget, there were a lot of people from the Lancaster area that know Jay, and they all knew each other. So don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment. I thought I'd put that out there for people who are new to the case, because all information does help. Justice for Jay Slater. And thank you for the old YouTubers. Thank you for the old members who've supported me, and also the new people.